Wanting to become a YouTuber for fun or for profit? Check out the amazing Blue Yeti microphone today. Affiliate link in the video description. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater, and Marvel Cinematic Universe is always a fun thing to talk about. They're always moving, they're always working towards the future, especially now with the story coming out from Screen Rant saying that the Cosmic MCU movies after Guardians 3 are already being written. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 doesn't even release until May 2020, even though we're hearing rumors that it will start filming as early as 2018, probably following everything wrapping up on Avengers 4 and then moving right into Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which at that point is going to kind of cap off the ending of this particular phase, leading into the next 10 years of the Marvel franchise. Now, we know that Marvel very much wants to start moving into the cosmic side of things. They want to move away from Earth. They want to explore that side of their roster. And the answer for that, as to why they want to do that, is very simple. Actors get older, contracts expire, or they want more money. In the case of Robert Downey Jr., the dude can literally ask for the moon, and Kevin Feige would probably find a way to Cobra Commander that right down to him in order to keep him coming back for Iron Man movies. But the point is that they're already working on this. So James Gunn did talk about this with THR, and he did say that those scripts are already in the works. Kevin and I talk about them all the time. We just had a meeting today discussing what is the next iteration of cosmic characters and where the characters are that we've already created going to go for the next batch of films. And again, it's not much to go on here, but it really kind of tells you that Marvel is planning for the long game. They are planning very much for the long haul of this franchise. By the time that this phase ends and they move on to more of the cosmic side of things, they'll be pushing 22 movies. 22 movies. That's a lot of movies. All right, and I've been there for every single one of them, and by the time they get into that, I will have been there, and that's fine. I love the Marvel movies. I love seeing the ever-expanding and growing roster of characters, as well as the ever-expanding universe, and how it all ties together. It's not always perfect. They make some screw-ups along the way, but they are very much trying to bring it about in a way that's going to, like, keep it alive and keep it fresh. And that is essentially what's happening right here. There's always been talk, there's been talk of superhero fatigue. Steven Spielberg has talked about it before. Other directors and other producers and other filmmakers have talked about it. And looking at some of the responses to, let's say, some of the movies this year, and just recently, that might be starting to become more of a reality. Yes, the movies are still making money, but they're not making as much money. Look at Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming, essentially, is kind of like, Iron Man 4 with Spider-Man. Kind of is how it's been jokingly billed or whatever, but there's a big amount of Robert Downey Jr. in that movie, more so than a lot of us originally thought, and it's only grossed, like, it's done under 700 million worldwide. Now, granted, it is just about a month old, so making that much money in about a month, it really, it's not bad, but it's still not having that trajectory that I think a lot of people in Marvel and Sony thought that it was going to have. Now, that being said, Spider-Man Homecoming 2 in 2019, that takes place 4 minutes after the ending of Avengers 4, is probably going to make a lot of money because it's going to have that big finale of Avengers Infinity War going right into Spider-Man Homecoming 2 and kicking off from there. So a lot of people are going to freak out on that, and they're going to go rush out to go see it because they're going to want more. And that will probably see a lot more money coming in at that time. But for right now, we've seen that it hasn't hit as much. I thought Wonder Woman was going to hit $1 billion. It hasn't done that yet, but it's still done very well. Guardians has done very well, but still not quite getting to that $1 billion mark. And you figure with how much money they put into these movies, they're kind of guessing that a lot of them are going to hit that, right? Or come very close to, especially after having so many films in this franchise do very well. And I might just be overthinking it, I'll fully admit that, but I look at what they're trying to do for the future, and I think to myself, they know that they have to leave Earth. They know that right now, after Guardians of the Galaxy came out and showed us all this color and all this comedy and all this excitement in the cosmic side of things, and they definitely replicated that quite a bit for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Thor Ragnarok dropped the dark, dreary, stuff that they were doing in the first two films, made it more lighthearted, more comedic, and they're showing, again, a lot more color and that's all on the cosmic side of things, and people are losing their collective shit. And part of that reason too is look at what's happened with the Warner Brothers movies. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, dark and glib, very gritty to an extent. Suicide Squad, while the trailers were full of color, the movie wasn't so much. Wonder Woman had kind of a bleak palette, but it was also a World War I film, and essentially, so I mean, it wasn't going to have the most color ever. But they realize now that people want lighthearted takes, they want more color, they want more adventure, they want more excitement, and Marvel and James Gunn are going to pivot the franchises towards that objective over the course of the 10 years following the ending of this first 22 set of films from Marvel, and I'm very excited to see what's going on with that. Anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you think that Marvel is getting ahead of themselves by writing this stuff too early? Do you think they're laying the groundwork for what's going to be an epic mid, or second 10 years of the franchises, or are we going to hit superhero fatigue much faster than we thought? These are things that I very much want to know. Go ahead and let me know in the comments. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This has been $3 Theater. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out.